1 mark question. Then we will move on towards the higher mark. I'm not taking attendance now. I will take attendance later on, depending on your presence. So let's start question paper 17-18 summer. All right. So I will mark the question paper questions, and will ask you to write the answer on chat box. All of you have to write the answer on chat box. I may ask some questions to any persons also. So that first we have to go for number 5, number 9, and number 10. So start solving these 3 questions, 5, 9, and 10, and write down your answer on chat box.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, simple. No?
Sir, this is question for the mid sem.
No, this question's last year, previous 17-18 summer. I have the set of
Oh,
previous year question paper. Okay, and I will discuss
okay,
all previous year questions with you.
okay, sir.
Final exam question. So let's start. Solve this. Write down your answer only. Suppose the first answer is option D. So write 5D on chat box. 5D, 9C, 10D, whatever. Write down your answer on chat box in one line. So 15 students are present right now. I want all of you to participate. I will count, and if I find anyone is not giving the answer, I will remove him with immediate effect. Okay. I will remove him from the meeting with immediate effect. And you know, if I remove once, you cannot join further in the meeting. Okay. Ashish, just also put the question number. Also write the question number like 5B, whatever, 9A, whatever, 10B, whatever. Okay. Like this.
Sir,
Sir, sir, sir,
sir,
Sir, can you hear me?
All right. I got response from Janet 2, Sandesh, Sampanna, Yadav, Ali Mehboob, Sarika, Subham, Neeraj, Lile, Asis, and not getting any response from Waha, Taufik, Deepayan, Dhara, Anmol. We'll wait for them another 1 minute, and later on we'll move on to the next question. All right, got response from many of you already. Okay, good. So now moving forward. So first of all, question number five. Question number five is P implies Q. Or we all know that P implies Q means that if P then Q. Okay, that's great. And next question number nine. Question number 9, which of the following is a planar graph? We ask what is a planar graph, and we know that K33 is the Kuratowski's second graph, which is non-planar. K5 is Kuratowski's first graph, which is non-planar. Peterson graph is also non-planar. So only planar graph is K3. So option A is correct in 9. Okay. And 10, question number 10, a planar graph contains 8 vertices, 9 edges, and then how many faces are there in the graph? So we will use this formula, n minus e plus f equals to 2. So n minus e plus f equals to 2. This formula will work, and this formula means n equals to 8, e equals to 9, f we have to find. So if I plug in on the value, if we get f equals to 3. So f equals to 3 is the answer. Option B is correct. Great. Moving forward to the next question. Now, question number 1. So the next question is question number 1 in one liner. This type of questions you have to write in one line. Okay. So all of you write the answer. What is the definition of proposition? Proposition means a statement. Proposition means what is the definition of statement. Okay. Another word of statement is known as proposition. So just write your answer on chat box. All of you have to write your answer on chat box in one sentence. Okay, in one sentence. Okay, whatever you know, just write it. Give definition of proposition. All of you write your answer. All right. So I got response from Asis, Zenetu, Sampanna, Yadav, Neeraj, Sarika, Subham, Ibrahim, Lile, Taufik, Sandesh, Zenetu, Waha. Right. So the thing is that many of you have give the response so perfectly. So it's a logical. So Asis is logical statement, which is so Asis. It's not a logical statement. So once we are writing the definition of statement, I cannot use that word statement in the definition. Okay. So it should be a declarative sentence. It is a declarative sentence which is either true or false, but not both at a time. Okay. Similar for genitive, correct it. Uh, no, Sampano, it's not a collection of declarative sentence. It's wrong. Arab, it's a declarative sentence. Yeah, that is either true or false. You have to write that is either true or false, but not both at a time. That's correct. Okay, Arab. Uh, Ibrahim Inusa, Subham says the statement either true, not statement. Subham, don't use the word statement. Okay, so many of you have written the word. Don't use the word statement. Waha.
Sir, please one question.
Sorry.
Sir, about mid semester, when we take our mark.
About Mr. Mr. I don't know about the marks. Okay, maybe they will declare after some days. Okay, that is
Ah,
actually conducted in central manner. Okay, so
ah,
I cannot say anything on. We have no information, rather to speak. Okay,
ah,
because
okay.
that quiz is on our hand. I can say that the quiz marks I can declare on that day, but I
Uh,
cannot say about the mid semester marks. Okay, so
sir,
don't. Yes.
sir, and about your information, we have a mid semester two,
Still,
or
again,
another
again.
one.
Again, we don't have any information. Again, we don't have any information, Europe.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh, sir,
so
thank you so much.
still we don't have any information. I cannot say anything.
Okay, okay, sir,
Okay,
thank you.
so yeah, great. So moving forward, so next question. Moving forward to next question. So let's go for that question number 2. So draw the table of biconditional statement for P and Q. So what you need to do, you cannot write the table on chat box. So I suggest you, I will give you some hints like in a table we will write a P, Q and output like this form. So P, Q, I will give it for you. True, 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 false, false, true, false, false. So what you need to write in chat box, just output. If the output is all true, write down T, 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 T. If it is something like others, so write it down depending on your on the biconditional statement. So it's a biconditional statement, so write down the output of it, and in exam you have to write the whole table, whole truth table. Okay, do it now. So right, got response from all of you. Great. Mm, no response from Waha. No response from mm, Yaro. Okay, put your response. Come on. So the thing is that yes, output is TFFT. As we know, this is biconditional statement. So biconditional statement we have output TFFT, and for conditional statement we have output TFTT. Okay. Moving forward to next question. Next question we will go for number 7. Go for number 7. Which are the Kuratowski's two graph? Is that planar? Okay. So write down Kuratowski's two graph. If that means it's going to be are that planar actually. So write down Kuratowski's two graph, name of the two graph, okay, and are they planar or not? They that also mentioned on chat box. Okay, so write it down on chat box. Okay, quick. Kuratowski's two graph. Two graph means there are two specific graphs known as Kuratowski's first graph and second graph. You have to mention both. Ashish, try to remember. Also, you can refer the lecture notes.
Excuse me, sir. Sir.
All right, so got response from Ibrahim, Ashish, Sampanna, Sarika, Ahmed Mala, Waha, Dipayan, Sandesh, Ibrahim Asad. Okay, good. So everyone is saying it's non-planar. Yes, correct. It's non-planar, and K5 and K3 is the graph. Someone is very expert. He just copied the other's answer. Okay. Maintaining the space. That's good. such that I can easily understand that, sir, I copied from someone else. Okay, please allow me. Okay, great. Um, okay, the thing is that okay, you copied or not, that doesn't matter for me because at least once you copy the things, you at least understand that what you copied. That means you later you knew that things that K5 and K3 they are two graphs. That they are actually Kuratowski's two first graph and second graph, and according to that, they are non-planar. Okay, great. So moving forwards towards the next question, question number 8. Verify Euler's formula for the complete graph with 4 vertices. So there a complete graph with 4 vertices. First you have to uh, mention what is complete graph with 4 vertices, and then you have to verify Euler's formula for that complete graph. First of all, it's going to be a planar graph, hence we can apply Euler's formula over here. So what you need to do, you need to write what is number of vertices n, what is e, and what is f, and then you have to show that n minus e plus f is equals to 2. You have to prove it. All right, so write it up on chat box, all of you. Verify Euler's formula for complete graph with 4 vertices. Write it down on chat box, quick. Sampanna, it should be 4 minus 6 plus 4, because for K5, K4 we have 6 edges. So E equals to 6, N equals to 4, and F equals to 4. 4 faces are there. So 4 minus 6 plus 4 is going to be 2. Okay, great. So we have to verify in this case N minus E plus F equals to 2. That is, we have to verify. So in this case, N equals to 4, E equals to 6, and F equals to 4. How to check that this is your graph? K4. This is your K4. But this we have to embed that graph first. First we are embedding that graph. So what is the embedded version? This is your embedded version. Alright. Now you can say that this is how many edges are there? 6 edges are there, 4 vertices and 4 faces. That's why. Alright. So this is how we can verify Euler's formula for any graph. Okay. Next, number 9. Go for number 9. Define a planar graph. Go for number 9. Define a planar graph. Define a planar graph. Go for number 9. Define a planar graph. Just write down the definition in sentence. Don't use any mathematical terms. Just write down a sentence. What is a planar graph? If whatever you know, just write it down. Then I will explain. Whatever you know about planar graph, just write it down. Even if you don't know anything, you can write I don't know about anything about planar graph. That's also okay. But you have to write. All of you, write it. 20 students are there. Quick. I want the answer from all of you. Otherwise, I will remove you immediately. Write it down. All right, so great. I got many answers from all of you. So someone's written as forgot. Good. I will explain. Yes. So what is a planar graph? Planar graph is something a graph, we may say, whose geometrical representation. Okay, a graph whose geometrical representation or embedded version of that graph is having no edge crossover. Okay, then we can say that graph is a planar graph. That means what is the definition? A perfect definition of a planar graph is something like if I redraw that graph, okay, if I redraw that graph, then we do not have any edge crossover. Okay. If I redraw that graph, then we do not have any edge crossover. All right, then that is going to be known as planar graph. Like uh, Gen2 says can be drawn on a plane, no edge crossover at non-vertex point. Yes, no edge crossover at non-vertex point. Yes, that is correct. You can I can refer Gen2's definition. All right. Ibrahim says a planar graph is any graph which can be embedded in a plane. Yes, Ibrahim, it is also correct. Ibrahim, sir, it is correct. Neeraj said the planar graph which in which the edge do not intersect with each other. That is okay, but better version is a planar graph is a graph which can be embedded in a plane uh, where we do not have any edge crossover. Okay, we can embed embed in a plane where we do not have any edge crossover, or we can redraw in a plane so that no edge crossover at any non-vertex point. Okay, so I can refer you for that things. It's going to be Genetics definition is good for that. Okay, so uh, go for the next question paper. I have completed 1 marks question for 1718. Moving forward to next question paper 1718 winter. No, go for 1819 summer. 1819 summer. Let's start with question number one. Question number one and 5 6 156. So first, okay, I think it is visible now. 1 5 and 6. Okay, go for that. 1 5 and 6. Solve that. Write down your answer on chat box. If it is not visible, just try to click on the screen such that it is going to be zoom in. Just zoom in and solve that question. 1 5 and 6. Go for it. All of you write down your answer on chat box. 1 5 and 6. All of you write down your answer chat box. All right, so got a response from all of you. Uh, so first question, which of the following is true for graph? So two statements is given to you. Number of odd vertices is even. That is second theorem of graph theory. It's true. And a cycle cannot be a tree. That is also true because cycle cannot be a tree because that is because of the definition of tree. So both are true. Option C correct. So those who have put option C, 1C correct. Okay. Number 5, a connected planar graph in 6 vertices, 8 edges contains how many faces? The same formula, n minus e plus f equals to 2 to 6 vertices in 6 minus 8 plus f equals to 2. That is 4 is the answer. D is the answer. Okay, those who have put 5D is correct. Number 6. Number 6 is something like, which of the following is a negation of a compound statement P? Okay, so so just a minute. So in this case, so P equals to something like 15 is the square. 15 is the square of 7. Okay, or negative 31 is negative. The two statements is a disjunction kind of statement. Okay, it's a disjunction kind of statement. So it's a disjunction means we'll go for, we have to find the negation of this. So suppose I say that P1 is the first statement, 15 is a square of 7, and P2 is the second statement. So we have P equals to here, P equals to P1 or P2. Okay, now what we need to write? We need to find the negation. So negation of P1 or P2 we have to find, and we know one formula is there, that is called De Morgan's law. So by De Morgan's law we can say that negation of P1 or P2, negation of P1 or P2 is equals to, equivalent to negation of P1 and negation of P2. That is by De Morgan's law. So we will use De Morgan's law. So I will check where and is given. So and is given on A and B. Okay, so C and D by default is wrong. So now among this and, the first one is 15 is the square of 7. So we need negation of P1. So we need negation of P1, that is 15 is not a square of 7, that is B, and negative 31 is not negative. So B is the correct answer. So those who have put it, the answer is B, 6B is correct. Okay, that is the explanation. I think Europe got the stuff because Europe says I don't know. All right, so moving forward, so towards the next question, number 9 and 10. Go for number 9 and 10. Number 9 and 10. Write down your answer in the similar manner. All of you, write down your answer in chat box. Number 9 and 10. Try to think and write. All right, so I got response from all of you nearly. So it should be uh, question number 9. So question number 9 is something like we have to figure out the non-planar graph. So first one is actually planar. You can check it is I can embed this graph just by redrawing this central edge towards from the outside. Okay, then it's become a planar graph. Okay, second one, number B. Number B also is a planar because I can redraw this edge from here outside, okay, and also this edge from outside. Okay, so again I can make it as a planar graph. So A and B both are planar. Number C. Number C is actually number C is actually K7. Okay, if you look at the 7 vertices is there and it's a complete graph. So K7. So K7 means it's a complete graph with 7 vertices, and we know that all graphs, all complete graphs above K5, okay, above or equal to K5 are non-planar, because K5 is the least non-planar graph. Okay, because K5 is known as Kuratowski's first graph, is the least non-planar graph. So K7 is also non-planar. So this is going to be the answer. Number C, 9C will be the answer. And 10, which is a truth table of conditional statements. So conditional statements, as I know, conditional statement is going to be the output of conditional statement is TFTT. TFTT, because the sequence is in every case is same. TTTT, TF, FTTT, TTTF, FTTF, FTFF. So this is going to be the sequence in maintaining everywhere. So only the outputs change. So output is going to be TFTT. So TFTT means C. So 9C and 10C both are the correct. Those who have put answer the C, that is correct. TFTT is the output of conditional statement. All right. So moving forward to the question of 1 mark questions. Now go for number 7. All of you go for number 7. Just write down what is the definition of logical equivalent according to you. Just write it down in one sentence. Don't write any mathematical terms. Just write it down on as per your thoughts. What is logical equivalence? Okay, just define that stuff on chat box. So all right, got some answers. So so what is logical equivalence? So got only few answers. What happened to others? Sunny says if they are produce same truth values, not same truth values, actually same output. Okay, so if I consider the truth table of both compound statements, so first of all, logical equivalent exists for two compound statements. Okay, so if I have two compound statements and I can say they are logically equivalent if either their output truth values are same, or you may say P by implication Q is a tautology. So if P by implication Q is a tautology, then we can say that they both are logically equivalent. They both are logically equivalent. Okay. All right. So only few answers I received. What about others? If you want, shall I remove you all? Yes, Ashish, the definition is P and Q both two compound statements. So write, you can write it like two compound statements, P and Q are logically equivalent to each other. Logically equivalent to each other if P by implication Q is a tautology. Or we can say if the output truth values uh, of P and Q both are same. Okay. Okay. Moving forward to the next question paper. Question number 1819 winter. So 1819 winter. So let's start with the question number one. Question number one. Question number one and five. One and five. Go for it now. Solve this and write down your answer on chat box. Question number one and five right now. One and five. All of you write down answer on chat box. One and five. See, gradually your participants becomes low. Okay. Don't predict that I will mark you present all. Okay. Depending on your mental presence, I will mark you present and absent. All right, so we get response from nearly all of you. So the first one, number one, is actually first statement is number of odd degree vertices is even. That is second theorem of graph theory. And number two is sum of degrees of all vertices is even. Yes, we know that sum of the degrees of all vertices is 2e. That is going to be, it's always even. So that's why both are actually true. So C is the option is the correct. First one, option C is correct. And number five, connected planar graph. We know that the formula for Euler's, we will use Euler's formula. That is n minus e plus f equals to 2. So n equals to 6, e equals to 7. So f should be 3 here. So option C is correct. So in both cases, so option C is going to be the answer. Next, we'll move on to the next question. Number 6. Go for number 6, all of you. Number 6, write down your answer on chat box. Number 6.